It's 5 years now since the American football player Colin Kaepernick started kneeling during the national anthem instead of standing in the traditional stance. He was protesting peacefully against the discrimination of people of colour in the United States, especially by the police. In the presence of a higher authority, kneeling is an expression of submission. It's a declaration of surrender and an act of humility. In contrast, the traditional stance, standing erect with one's right arm held across the chest, is a proud stance that declares the sovereignty of the nation's flag. The contrast between these two attitudes is what makes taking the knee such a provocative act. It says that the state has to earn its reputation for fairness and justice by treating all of its citizens equally, instead of enforcing obedience at the point of a gun. In this week's reading from Paul's letter to the church in Philippi, Paul points out that Jesus humbled himself and allowed himself to be executed on the cross, even although he could have saved himself. At the dining table, the night before he died, Jesus took water and a towel and washed his disciples' feet. A servant should have done that task, but no one did it, so Jesus did it. In our society today, too many people think that money can buy you whatever you want. Some people are given huge amounts of money to do a job that bears no relation to the value of that work to the employer or to society. Other people are given a minuscule pittance to do work that other people refuse to do. It's an injustice, and we have to bring it to an end. Jesus laid down his life to show us that the way of love is the way to peace and justice. How much is your life worth? How can you serve your neighbours around you? How much do you value peace and justice? What can we each do to bring about peace and justice?